All right. Hey, girls. It is, I don't even know what day it is. Again, I think it's June 4th, and it's Thursday. So our call is a little bit later than normal, but, or in the week. But that's okay, because we don't have that much to talk about. So just a couple things I wanted to touch base with you on before we get to the end of the week and before we start our Bring the Heat group on Monday. So some of you newer coaches that are listening or have hopped on, you're probably just getting into your training. You might not be doing this group, which is totally fine. And you'll be hopping on in our free challenge later on in the month. So, and we'll be talking about that next week on our next call. And we'll get going with that. Not too much all at once, because I want us to get started on the right foot with the Bring the Heat. So make sure that you've printed out your team calendar. And if you don't know where that is, let me know. I can tag you in it again, just so you can kind of keep track of what we are going through with this month and how we're kind of staying on par with everything. So as far as Bring the Heat goes, we are starting for real on the 8th, which is Monday. And then tonight or tomorrow sometime, you want to try to add your girls in. So that way they can kind of be getting pumped up and be getting excited about the group, you know, be able to kind of learn a little bit about meal plans, and about how to meal prep. Some people don't know anything about things like that. It gets to kind of make them successful. So as far as Acacia and I go, my success partner and I, we're going to add our girls tonight at the latest. And then tomorrow be able to kind of post, maybe just like a little post to them, just a little something like, hey, we're so excited you're here. You know, let us know what you need over the weekend, and be on the lookout for a video from us. She and I are going to film a little video together on a Zoom call like this. All of you guys can access Zoom. It's just zoom.us is what you put into the server search thing or whatever on the website. And you can record up to 30 minutes. And so, which you do not need to do, but it would be nice for your coaches, for all of you coaches, to kind of hop on for each group. So some of you have paired off, and some of you, I don't know if I saw you paired with anybody, and that's fine. We'll add you to another group. That way we can kind of go. I think the groups will be fairly even, which will be nice, and they'll be small. I know Michelle mentioned that she had some girls that were nervous about how big the group would be, but that will be nice for them to be a little bit smaller, not as many notifications, and you're going to be able to really invest in each of your challengers and in the other people in the group too, so they really feel validated when they're sharing stuff. So, but a good way to kind of start out on Saturday or Sunday is to maybe just do a quick little video so that they can see the three of you or the two of you, and just share, you know, introduce yourself. Hey, I'm Ashley. This is the other coach, Acacia. And we just wanted to kind of welcome you to the group, let you know a little bit more about it. You know, this is going to be 28 days of fitness and nutrition. You know, if you ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us, that kind of thing. And then also tell them about some things that have to do with meal plan. You want to guide them over to the file section in your group. What I'm almost done doing and about to post to you guys is I've made a Google, instead of having to add in, you know, some of the people that are doing the 21-day fix, it's nice for them to have an extra document that kind of explains the fix to them, because sometimes there are it's a lot of stuff all at once when they get that challenge pack, and it's kind of hard for them to maybe decipher what they need to do as far as, you know, how to prep their meals, how to know how much to eat, and recipes and ideas. So what I did is put all of those documents into a separate Google Drive folder. It's only viewable, so nobody can get in and mess it up. Like, we've had all these problems with our Google Drive. So you'll be able to hop in, and they'll be able just to view it. And so you're just going to copy and paste that link into those groups so that they can access it there. And that way, you know, if they're a 21-day fixer, they can click on the folder for that and just view all of those documents. If they're a gosh, I don't know, TurboFire or PIO or all those other ones, they can view some of the other meal plans there, and just other options. I've got a bunch of other ones too that I've made that, you know, just about, you know, for busy moms on the go, or ideas for water, and, you know, just lots of different kinds of documents. So instead of in the Facebook group having 20 different documents in the file section, they can have just that one link to go to, and it'll take them outside of Facebook and go to a Google Drive. So that is kind of something new that we're going to try this time. I think it's going to be a lot more streamlined and a little bit easier for people to be able to access everything and not have to be everything on Facebook. So That is that about Bring the Heat. The schedule for posting is almost finished. I've been working on that. I may post it tonight just so you guys can help me fill in a couple spots if anyone has any ideas of cool articles they've maybe seen, or cool motivational quote that you think would be neat to share one day and want to write a little blurb about it. Then feel free to add that to the June posting calendar, because that'll help take some of the weight off of me trying to find everything. So. Okay, that is enough about Bring the Heat. So that's our next big thing. All of you guys have been following up and adding in those new girls and trying to, tie up the loose ends with those. And remember that you can keep inviting too. Like tonight, I'm going to make a post at 7 about Bring the Heat again, that it's their last chance to get in. And really, you could do another one halfway during the month and get some more girls in, and then let them carry over to July with you. So it's never too late to keep talking to people and encouraging them to kind of jump on board and that kind of thing. Okay, what else? As far as Google Drive in general for our team, for the Inspiration Crew document, Google, whatever, I'm going to change it and not make it editable. I'm going to make it all viewable, just you can only view it. And that way, all that you need to do is just go and you're just going to click in, and you're going to click on the document, and then you're just going to make a copy of it. And the only way that you're able to edit or do anything is by making a copy of it. So that way there's no risk of anyone being nervous about messing with whatever document is there or anything like that. So that is what we're going to try. We're going to try that now, since I just played around with it with my husband and with Acacia, and we figured that is going to work better than making it editable. So everything will just be able to be viewed, and then you just got to make a copy to be able to do anything with anything. So that way you don't have to worry about messing things up. So Jesse, hopefully that clears up something for you too, because I know you were concerned about that. If you haven't posted in our group yet about how many people you have joining you for Bring the Heat, please do that so that we can kind of separate into some groups and just try to make it as even as possible. But from what I've seen, I think we're going to be fairly even. You guys have kind of broken yourself into groups already, which is awesome. So if you don't have somebody, go ahead and post down below and just let me know on that picture, the graphic that I posted, and we'll get everybody good and ready to go. What else? Message threads. Message threads are getting a little crazy because we have so many people in our team, which is awesome and so encouraging. One thing I want to encourage you to do is, or if you guys have, when you watch this video and you have ideas of how to maybe streamline some of them, an idea that I have, just throwing it out there. Not many of you are on the call, so you can comment below or let me know what you think about this. But I thought about possibly creating some different message threads, things that are kind of more specific. Maybe we've got the new coaches thread. So new coaches, if you're not Emerald yet and you've only been coaching, maybe less than a month or just a month or two, a couple months, something fairly new, and you don't feel like you know a lot, ask questions on that new coaches thread so that other new coaches can get those questions answered, because sometimes they're not even going to the big Inspiration Crew thread. There's just way too many questions that get lost in there. So try to ask those newbie questions on the new coaches thread. Then my idea was to maybe classify some different ones. Have a thread for, coach questions about your being active, how to support coaches, how to sign up coaches, that kind of thing. Maybe a question about back office things. How do I view this? How do I change this Shakeology flavor? How do I do that? Something, things that have to do with maybe technical behind the scenes type things. Maybe a thread for challengers or something that could kind of streamline us a little bit more, so that when you have a question, you can ask it on that specific thread, and it's not so many all in one where you get home from work. Those of you that are working and you poor things have like 200 message notifications. That's just a lot. So let me know what you think about that. And we absolutely don't have to do that. And if we decide that a message thread is not good, then we can get rid of that. I'm up to suggestions. I think it's nice for you guys to kind of always be able to be in contact. It kind of makes us feel more like a family and be able to answer each other's questions and everything and feel supported. But I just don't want it to get too crazy and too off topic, because that can just lead to a lot of stress for other people who don't handle getting all those notifications and those messages all the time. So we want to be respectful of those too that are not getting to do this full time, or not having, a summer off to do this, where they're having a bunch of messages to answer back or to look through. Let's see. I think my last thing that I have Sunday, I'm going to ask you guys to post your powers of threes again. So if you haven't started those, then you need to start those this week. Just try to. Remember, there is no judgment there. I do not care how much you have filled in, but I just want to know that you're trying to do them, because it really, really does make serious, serious difference. When you look at our team just in this last week or two, where half of you guys have really upped it up in the last couple of weeks, been very, very consistent about tracking, who are you talking to? Who are you following up with? Are you getting in just a little bit of personal development? Are you posting every day? Are you in a training group? Are you learning? Are you kind of keeping up with your training or getting into the next training? Doing all of those things really facilitates so much success. So, and you can ask a couple girls. I know Christy said, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This totally changed everything. So some of you that haven't been doing that and started to, it's been really incredible for your business, and it shows in all of your points and in your rank advancements and in everything. So that's really encouraging to see. So hopefully if you're not doing them yet, then you're starting to, and it's not about getting every single thing filled in. It's just about trying to get better at it each week, and just tracking what you have every day and what you have every week, and just trying to get better and better at it. And please reach out to me if you feel like you need help with that. So I'm gonna ask you to post those again on Sunday, just a screenshot or whatever you have, or you can email it to me if you feel more comfortable that way. If it's easier for you to just be held accountable by me personally, not by everyone else. So on our calendar, I have down on Sunday to make it your goal for Success Club 5 by then. Some of you are there, some of you are really, really close, and some of you are above and beyond there, which is amazing. So just try to keep sharing, keep posting. Today I challenged you guys to post something about how coaching has kind of changed your life or inspired you. And I think I've seen almost all of you post about that today. And so in a variety of ways. So go look at each other's pages. And some of you, had you in it. It was a picture of you doing something at your computer, or you doing something that kind of showed that you had the freedom to be able to do it. Others, it was with a quoted graphic, and it was awesome, just about how you feel more confident and feel, just outgoing, and you feel like you just could do anything. So I definitely encourage you to squeeze one in if you haven't yet. It's only 6:50 here Eastern time, so if you're earlier than us, then you've got plenty of time to do something like that. But doing a post like that every week, or even a couple times a week, just throwing it in there goes so far to kind of let people know about what you're doing and how passionate you are about it. It's not about money, it's about helping people, which is why we're doing this. You wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't that you loved that, because it's, it gets to be a lot. But if you really, really care about people and you really want to help them, then there's nothing that can hold you back from doing that. So I encourage you to keep posting, keep sharing, keep following up. It's okay to follow up 2, 3, 4 times. Sometimes that's how long it takes to follow up with people. And I have girls that just joined up today because they, finally remember to answer back a message and things like that. So, it never hurts. You just think about think about you. You would not be upset if somebody followed up with you and you had forgotten, in your mind, you thought that, oh, I need to message them back. And then you forget and a couple days goes by. It happens to everybody. So don't think that it's weird. It's not weird at all. But that is about all I have for you. Try to keep it short and sweet. So if you have any questions for me, as always, please just message me. A lot of you have been sending me messages and just saying, hey, can we hop on a call at such and such time? And I'm like, yes, that is so much better. If I can have a specific date and time from you and we put it on the calendar, that's way better for me and my pregnant mind. Otherwise I forget. So now that I'm not teaching and everything, and I have a lot more time to be able to kind of schedule things like that. So please hop on a call, or we can do a face-to-face chat like this, or whatever you need to be successful and feel supported, because I'm 100% backing you up no matter what. So let me know how I can help you with that. But I'm going to end the recording, and if you guys have any questions, just reach out to me. All right, bye.